Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Every man wants to be remembered. Every man dreams of leaving something behind. A name, a story, a mark that echoes long after he's gone. But here's the truth. Your legacy doesn't begin when you die. It begins when you decide to stop living like you have forever. Legacy is not about the money you leave behind. It's not the cars, the watches, or the fame. It's about who you become when no one's watching. It's about the choices you make when the world is silent and you have to face the man in the mirror. Your legacy starts today, not tomorrow, not next year, not when things feel easier. It starts now, in this moment, while you're listening to this, because every second you waste, every excuse you make, every opportunity you ignore, all of that becomes part of your legacy too. The truth is harsh. Nobody will build it for you. Nobody will remember your dreams if you don't chase them yourself. You can keep waiting for motivation, but it's never coming. What you need is movement. What you need is direction. You don't find your purpose sitting still. You find it in the grind, in the pain, in the small battles you fight every day. Stop thinking the world owes you something. It doesn't. The world doesn't owe you respect. It doesn't owe you recognition. And it sure as hell doesn't owe you comfort. You earn that, every bit of it, through effort, through discipline, through sweat. You want people to remember your name? Then make it worth remembering. Build something that speaks louder than your words. Be the kind of man whose work talks long after his mouth goes silent. That's legacy. Every time you wake up and choose to fight again, you're building it. Every time you push yourself when it hurts, when it's cold, when nobody believes in you, you're building it. Every rep, every failure, every drop of sweat counts. You might think nobody's watching, but one day, someone will look at your life as proof that it's possible. Maybe your son, maybe a stranger, maybe someone who's lost and needs direction. That's when your legacy becomes real. You see, legacy isn't about living forever. It's about creating something that does. The truth is, most people will never understand what it means to sacrifice now for something that might not pay off for years. But you're not most people. You can't be. You were built to endure, to rise, to lead. You were built for responsibility, not excuses. A man's strength isn't measured by how much he can lift, but how much weight he can carry without breaking. The weight of expectation, fear, and failure. Some days, it's going to hurt like hell. You'll doubt yourself. You'll question why you even started. You'll see others winning faster and wonder if it's worth it. But that's where legacy is forged. In the waiting, in the silence, in the unseen hours when you keep going anyway. While they sleep, you work. While they complain, you learn. While they doubt, you build. And one day, all that time, all that discipline, all that sacrifice will pay off. Because legacy doesn't bloom overnight. It grows slow, like stone carved by time and pressure. Look around. The men who built empires, the ones whose names you remember, they weren't handed anything. They built it brick by brick, failure after failure, while everyone else was too afraid to try. You think Marcus Aurelius had it easy? You think men like him waited for motivation? No. They built habits, not hopes. They built systems, not wishes. That's what you need. Stop chasing the feeling of motivation and start building the structure of discipline. Wake up early, train your body, educate your mind, protect your energy, and above all, keep your word to others, but especially to yourself. Because when you break promises to yourself, you kill your confidence. And when your confidence dies, your legacy dies with it. So here's the reality. Every time you skip the work, every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," you're not just wasting a day, you're tearing pages out of your own story. You've got to treat every single day like a deposit in the account of your legacy. You don't see the returns right away, but they're building interest with every hour you commit. You want your family to respect you? Start showing them why. You want your future wife to feel safe with you? Become the kind of man who leads with purpose, not fear. You want your children to look up to you. Let them see a man who never quit, no matter how hard it got. That's legacy. Not words, not dreams, action. You were given one life, one shot, one name. Make it count. When you're gone, people won't remember how much you complained. They'll remember how much you endured. They'll remember how you carried yourself when things fell apart. You can either die forgotten, or you can live building something eternal. And that choice isn't made someday, it's made today. There's a version of you waiting on the other side of your excuses. A version that's sharper, stronger, more focused. But you'll never meet him if you keep living like this. Stop talking about what you want. Start working for it. The man you want to be is built in silence, when the cameras are off, when nobody claps, when you're alone with your doubt, and still choose to move. Every great man you admire went through that phase, the dark phase, when nobody believed in him. But that's where greatness is born, in silence, in struggle, in faith that your work means something. So wake up, look at your hands, look at your reflection. That's your competition, that's your responsibility. Stop blaming the system, your past, your parents, your city. They don't decide your future, you do. Legacy is not about how loud you are, it's about how long your echo lasts. You don't need the world to validate you, you need to validate yourself through action, through consistency, through a relentless refusal to stay average. When your alarm rings, legacy calls. When temptation whispers, legacy tests you. When life breaks you, legacy watches to see if you stand back up. Stand up, every damn time. You want to be remembered? Then live in a way that demands it. Don't wait for opportunities, create them. Don't ask for respect, earn it. Don't talk about change, become it. You can either leave a legacy of excuses or a legacy of excellence. The choice is always yours. Your legacy doesn't begin when people talk about you. It begins when you stop talking and start doing. You want your name to mean something, make it mean something. Live with purpose, walk with strength, speak with conviction. Every word, every move, every day, build it. Because one day, when they speak your name, they should feel something. Not because you were perfect, but because you were unbreakable. And it all starts now. Your legacy starts today.